Up today, how to restore cast iron skillets. Hey everybody, this is Tool Dude Tony. I'd like to welcome you to another episode on How to Fix Your 101. On today's episode, we're going to restore some nasty old cast iron skillets. You know, people have asked me, hey, so, you know, does it worthwhile to buy used skillets like at a garage sale or at Goodwill or someplace? I mean, they tend to be pretty nasty, like this one, for example. I mean, look at that. It's kind of rusty on the inside, but, you know, it's got all this crud baked on. You know, what is that? Yeah, but here's the good part right here. This is a Griswold skillet. Griswold stopped making cast iron skillets back in like 1957, I think. But if it's a Griswold, I would say go for it. If it doesn't say Griswold, I would say skip it. So try to find yourself a bargain and then clean it up. So I'm going to show you. There's three parts to this. The first part is we're gonna get the gunk off of these things, the old nasty seasoning that's on there. And the second step is we're going to deal with the rust. Okay, and then the third thing we're going to do is to reseason these. Yeah, we're going to use one or two, or however many garbage bags you need to fit your pots in it, and some Easy Off. But you don't want to get this stuff on you. This stuff will tear you up. It's nasty, corrosive, causes burns to skin and eyes on contact. So, you know, I would probably even wear goggles with this. Make sure you have some decent rubber gloves. These are my black chemical resistant rubber gloves. So step one is going to be get the old gunk off of here. Okay, let's do it. Coat both the inside and the outside of this with Easy Off. And put it in. Now look at this one. It's even got cat hair or dog hair or something in here. Coat it good. I'm going to go ahead and do the outside on this one too because it's pretty nasty. Alright, and just close it up. Leave it for a little bit. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this Lodge 12-inch Dutch oven. This is one of the camping Dutch ovens. I'm going to do the, there's no real seasoning on the outside of this, so I'm not going to deal with putting it in a plastic bag, but I'm going to seal it up with the lid. So we'll give a nice coat inside here, get rid of the old seasoning. Okay, I'm going to hit the inside of the lid too. Alright, just going to put the lid on it. Let it sit for a few minutes. Okay, let's see what these things look like now. It's been about 15 minutes. This is one that had the really nasty stuff. I still feel it, even with these gloves on, I can feel that it's still kind of caked up. But we'll try the next step, and if it doesn't get it all off, we'll come back and do this again. Okay, this one. Yeah, this one also has a lot of crud on the outside here. The inside looks pretty good. Next thing we're going to do is just wash them out with a scrubber. Scrub them out a little bit. There's a little soap. This is just some Dawn, Mr. Clean. And you wouldn't normally do this. This would be a bad thing to do to a cast iron skillet, but we're trying to clean this up. So it's okay. Okay, this one's going to get another bath in the with the Easy Off. Alright, let's see how this did. Yep, that did really well. I don't think there was much seasoning on this one. Yeah, that turned out really nice. Let's see what round two looks like. Yep, definitely taking some more off. You can still feel it on here though. Yeah, this baby had a lot of cuss stuff on it. See it there? It's not completely off yet. Alright, we'll take this one out. Okay, now these bad boys are starting to get there. The inside on this one still has a lot of work to do around the edge. On the outside, the bottom of it looks fantastic. The outside, I know, I think whoever had this thought seasoning the outside was the right thing to do as opposed to the inside. But this thing still has a lot of crud here I got to get off. So I'm just going to keep doing the easy off, wash it, easy off, wash it till this is completely cleaned up. It's the one with the big logo. Back in the bag. Assuming you've got all the crud off the pots and pans on that first step, now we're ready to move to step 2. For step 2, you're going to need one of these. What this is just a big plastic bin. You can use any kind of bin you want. If you're only doing one pot, you need a lot smaller bin. I'm going to try and do multiples at the same time, so I'm going to use this big bin. Okay, next you're going to need some vinegar. This is just plain old white vinegar, distilled white vinegar. This is a gallon. I like to mix it 2 to 1, so I'm going to get a bucket here. Put my gallon of vinegar in here and then put a gallon of water in after it. I think you get the idea. We'll pour it in. Helping the vinegar with a little steel wool. It's been about a half hour. Rubbed on this a little bit. You can't see the rust is coming off. See that? Alright, let the vinegar do its job. Okay, after a lot of work, several attempts, there's still some crud on this one. This is the big Griswold. The inside's good, but the outside still has some burned on stuff. Well, that burned on stuff was really burned on, so I went and got some of this Easy Off barbecue. This is supposed to be their heaviest strength stuff. Put a coat on it. I'm going to cover them up here and let them go for about 45 minutes, and hopefully that's the last shot we need for this. Meanwhile, back in here, the rust is just about gone. Right, remember the Lodge camping oven? Put the pot in it. Just balance. Bam. Here we go. Okay, time to quickly move into phase 3, and that's seasoning. Preheat the oven to 325. You can see how nicely this turned out, but it is unprotected right now. If I just leave it like this, it'll rust right back up again. So, phase 3, I like to use Crisco. Just the plain old shortening that you would use to make a pie or something. There's even a pie right there. I would eat that. So putting Crisco on it in its natural paste form is not a good idea. So I took a scoop out and melted it in a microwave for about a minute. Now I have some liquid Crisco. I'm going to wipe this down with that. That should stop the rust process immediately. Everything should look nice and thinly coated. If I need more, I can make more. Get all the surfaces. Okay, the oven's preheated. Went ahead and lined the bottom of it with aluminum foil, so when these drip, you don't have to worry about it. So I like to put things in down, so they're face down. Okay, now here's the Lodge lid. I'm going to put it in this way. Okay, we'll let it sit. We'll let them cook for about an hour. These bad boys have been in here an hour and a half. Let's see how they go. And what do we have here? Looking pretty good there. Okay. Alright. Oop. Okay, here's that Griswold number 8, the one with the big logo. It's all cleaned up. You couldn't even read Skillet here before. You couldn't read this number down here. Here's the other one. The one with that's water. Okay, here's the with the little logo, 704. Bottom cleaned up pretty nicely. So we'll get some grease on these, get them in the oven. Here's that Lodge Dutch oven, that camping oven that this is starting to rust over too, so we're gonna quick get some grease on it, inside and out. Put it in the oven. Here are the other ones after either 2 or 3 go rounds. That's of course the Lodge lid. Didn't that turn out nice? Look at the patina on this thing. I love it. Remember this? How orange and rusty and nasty this was? This bad boy is good to go. Okay, time for the trial of the Griswold 8. This is the big one. Get her started here with a little EVOO. Let's see if they're sticking. Okay, they browned up nicely, and look at this. Still no sticking. None of that hamburger stuck to the bottom at all. Making me some meatball sandwiches. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. 3 steps. First you clean it with the Easy Off, then you get rid of the rust with some white vinegar, or actually the red vinegar works too. And then the third thing is you go ahead and re-season everything. Cleaning after every step. So you want to make sure you clean these really well before you actually put that seasoning on. I hope you enjoyed this and got something out of it. Maybe if you get some old pans, don't just throw them away. Fix them. Take care. Tool Dude, out of here. Maiden Voyage meatball sandwich. That's what I'm talking about. Tool Dude, out of here.